What is up? Welcome back. This is Freed's first time. My name is Freed, and I got my good friend Hill back once again.
For a second.
And this time, what's the third? Our third collaboration together. Yeah, he is one half, or some would say 1/3 of the What We Drink in YouTube channel. I'll put a link to their channel down in the description.
Leo, I'm drunk, and you know something? It's beautiful.
You got to watch their stuff. It's hilarious and very good. And today, Hill has reached out to me and said he wanted to. They predominantly dabble in the bourbon world, and he wants to kind of start getting back into the Scotch realm. So we decided to check out the No Age Statement Glenfarclas 105, 60% barrel strength. Yeah. Yeah.
First, I just wanted to say thank you for having me back, sir. Always enjoy our, collabs. As you said, usually it's bourbon whiskey, but today we're doing the Highland Glenfarclas. I chose the cask strength because I've heard a lot about it. I actually haven't had it up until recently when I cracked it, and as you know, folks, we had exchanged a list of all of the Scotch whiskey that you have, and I was like, hey, this will work. And I think the other one I picked was the Lore. I think maybe we chose between the two, but I figured cask strength Scotch, we can kind of play with it, see where it takes us.
Oh yeah, it's perfect for the season too, man. A high ABV sherried whiskey around Christmas time, those are like best friends.
Can't go wrong.
Indubitably. Right on. So So 60% ABV. This is actually my second bottle. I love this stuff, man. For the price, it's fantastic. It's really good.
What did you pay for it? Because I
remember it being less than. I'm going to do some math. It was it's about 300 RMB, which is probably about $45.
Really? Oh no.
I think I could be wrong. I mean, maybe 350. It was less than 400 renminbi. I know that, which 400 renminbi is about $60. And I know I paid less than that.
I would have bought two.
Yeah, I probably should have.
I paid 110 for it, but I later saw it at a different store for 89. So I got it from Total Wine because I wanted the points. They.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they do that.
I paid a little bit extra, but I mean, I'm not upset about it's a little high, but it is good. So
yeah, gosh, I didn't realize it was that much there. I mean, yeah, shoot.
And I don't remember. I mean, I've seen it before, so I've kind of been tracking the price, and I know everything is kind of crept up. So I imagine the $85 to $89 is probably where it is most places. Sometimes.
Okay.
Jack up the price a little bit on you, but
Yeesh. I mean, it does come in the liter bottle, so that's something to take into consideration, I suppose. So you get some extra juice in there.
No.
No?
Yours is a liter.
Yeah, mine's cheaper and bigger.
Oh my god! Now,
I got the clear bottle. You have okay. God damn, man. All right. I thought it just always came in the liter.
No, I know you. Well, I know definitely you did. What was it? The 15-year.
Yes.
Is that the only other Glenfarclas that you had, or?
I've had the 12. I didn't make a review on the 12, but I had it. The 12 was good. It just wasn't remarkable. It wasn't anything like, holy shit, I got to make a video out of this. It was nothing like that. So, but it wasn't bad. It was a perfect introductory whiskey, I think.
Yeah.
And for the prices, I mean, I do give props to Glenfarclas. They're kicking out some decent stuff for decent prices. Especially because age-stated whiskeys are just going insanely high as far as price goes.
Yeah, and I think that's always been the thing. So I managed to actually get a sample. We had at a whiskey tasting event, they had the Glenfarclas 25. And that's like the only 25-year-old Scotch that you can get for like less than probably $700.
I bet.
But yeah, it's good. That was good stuff. That's really the only. And I had the 17. I take that back. So 17.
Nice.
I did enjoy the 17 as well. I had to choose between those 17 and the 105. might go with the 17, but this is still good.
Was the 17 around like 43 ABV?
Yes.
Because they don't really give, besides this one, they don't really have too high proof expressions.
Nope.
They're always kind of mellow. And but I've heard from a few different people that like the higher in age you go, it kind of falls off a cliff, but you just don't get the returns that you would get. I hear it's not that great. It's not as good as you'd think it would be, but maybe that's why the price has been staying relatively decent.
In general for Scotch, or
no, just for the Glenfarclas line.
Ah, really? Oh yeah. I mean, the 25, I remembered it was good. I wouldn't say like remarkable, but and I actually went back to it, so maybe it wasn't as good.
Yeah.
But also can't afford to kick out $400 for
No
that
way.
right now.
No way. No, I'm with you. 100%.
Background. Did you want to do any kind of background?
Yeah, we can do that. Well, this is what, like between like 8 and 10 years old. So it says. And when I first did like that my blind sherry bomb video, I said that this was strictly in sherry barrels. But now I'm finding more information that it is ex-bourbon and sherry. So yeah, I meant that.
Yeah, I didn't get that just from my initial tastings. Like I would expect like a little bit more of the bourbon to kind of ex-bourbon cask, maybe that part. I didn't get that. I got the sherry from it definitely, but it drinks mainly like your traditional like Scotch.
Yeah, it looks like it too. It does. It's crazy.
And the funny, like, I think that kind of played. So I have in my notes, because I'm just crazy.
Nah, I probably have some of that too.
And I was like, it smells like if gold. Like,
yeah, I've made that note before.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It smells like if gold had an odor. I love it. I know the feeling.
That's where you got it from. And that might be where I quoted from watching your show, but I was like,
maybe
that's odd. But yeah, I mean, like you said, the background, the 8 to 10 years, pot stills, dunnage, typical dunnage style on the Glenfarclas. I'm looking at some of my notes. I know it's Speyside, and the distillery's in Speyside, but it has the Highland bottle. I never really get that. I guess they could just say it's either or, because they are.
Yeah, I always do like, it's kind of like the all fingers or all thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs. Just like all Speysides are Highlands, but not all Highlands are Speysides type of thing.
Yep.
But yeah, on the bottle it says Highland, but everyone else saying that it's actually a Speyside.
Right.
Which, if you put a gun to my head and said pick the Speyside, I would not be able to. And choose which is which. No.
I wouldn't be able to either.
No.
So what do you got other than gold flake?
Gold. I got on my. Okay, I wrote these notes last night, and so I'm anxious to see if they have made any change now that it's 10 o'clock in the morning for me. I got toasted nuts, berries, rum raisin ice cream. I just wrote warm. It smells warm.
Warm has a smell. So
Yeah.
I get kind of like a grassy, I don't know, earthy smell on the nose, but of course the sherry, I can. It's light, but it's there. Assuming that's where I get the fruity notes.
Yes, I definitely get that grassy note you're talking about.
I'm trying to work on my my nosing skill.
Yeah, it's hard, especially when you're on the spot. You're the advent calendar things I'm doing. I got to think of all these notes on the spot, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, and it's difficult.
And especially when you're trying to, get people to guess, you want to give out as much color as possible. I'm like,
sure.
Alcohol.
Yeah, that smells like alcohol. And brown. Alcohol and brown.
But I do like
Nice. It's a good note.
It's breezy. Like if warm breeze on a summer's day.
Oh, I thought you said greasy.
Oh, no.
A breezy. I was like, yeah, greasy. I like that.
Although, I mean, I'm guessing from the pot still, it does have a fairly creaminess to it. I mean, the higher, ABV maybe does.
No, I agree. I actually wrote Fig Newton. Like, they made a pudding out of Fig Newtons.
That sounds amazing.
I would eat that.
Well, I'm ready when you are, sir.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Cheers.
Come back. Cheers, bud. First drink of the morning. Yeah, she's a bit punchy. About 60%. So
be a little bit harder than it did the other day that I had it.
Yeah.
Because I haven't warmed up enough to it, but it's a little kick to it. And it's my song. I mean, we'll get to that, but how I picked the song based off of, because there's some sharpness to it, I guess, that makes sense. It's not harsh, but that cask strength.
Yeah, it's got some jagged edges. Yeah, for sure. But I guess this was like the first time a distillery ever distributed a cask strength whiskey.
Oh yeah,
was this? It was a Christmas present apparently from the Grant family.
Groundbreaking.
Indubitably.
But this is good.
Oh yeah. My mouth's a bit numb. I got a little bit of a numbing agent there.
Going back in.
But it's your standard sherry nose to me. I mean, the stewed fruits, the raisins, the plums. Feel it in my plums. Tobacco.
Definitely a plum note. It's fruity. I don't know. I mean, they do say, the word sherry bomb. I've had more sherry bombed, Scotch whiskeys before, but this one, it's definitely, strong influence with the sherry. I like it though. This is.
No, I agree. Yeah, I think I'm with you there. It just barely, like, if this is the level to be, like, up here's the level to become a sherry bomb, it's just kind of like, it's just kind of sitting on the edge there.
Yes.
It's no like Abu Na or Cavalon or anything like that. That was a true bomb. But this one's there. It's just, not as heavily sherry.
Sitting right there on the edge. I'm gonna pour a little bit more and put a little bit of water in this.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing that. I got a couple of water notes as well.
A little bit.
I need to get a coating in my belly first. Have you started your Christmas shopping?
Yeah, a little bit, but I'm more of the last minute.
The procrastinator.
Fighting for like with George's father, as when he came up with the Festivus for the rest. I went up
Festivus for the rest of us. I was thinking more along the lines of, what was that the Schwarzenegger movie where he was running from place to place trying to get that toy for Jonathan Taylor Thomas? What was that? Is it Jingle All the Way or something like that? Festivus. Man, I need to get back into this. You mentioned Seinfeld a couple of times when we've been hanging out talking online. So I need to, and I have them all. I have them all on my hard drive. So I need to revisit because I've watched them all several times, but it's just been a while. I need to revisit those.
Yep, huge Seinfeld fan. I think that'll be. I was thinking about doing an festive episode of just whiskeys that disappointed for this year, and run down the line, probably berate Bud and tell him how bad he was during the year. I don't know, but I think it'll be fun. I was thinking about that just today, and I'm like, hey, this works. Good time of year.
Yeah. I've got a few of those. I got a few of those to add to the list. And yeah. Like, here's some whiskeys that suck. Absolutely suck. Avoid these.
And I mean, sometimes you have to, kind of let people know, like, yeah, stay with this.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, all palates are subjective, just like the music pairing is subjective. When you get out of my song, maybe other people won't, or but there I have a couple over there, dude, that I think 99% of most whiskey drinkers are going to say, okay, that is crap. Even as subjective as tastes are, they're going to say it, because that's just fucking gross. Pardon my language.
But was it when you were going in, and I'm assuming you bought it, so you're assuming like, all right, if I'm buying this, I think I'm going to like it, but did you have any kind of hesitation, or you kind of knew like, I may not like this, and it just ended up not being?
No, I went in just with high hopes. I went in pretty optimistic. It was it's a single malt Irish, and I actually mentioned it to you last time we talked.
Oh yes.
And the hide, and I've gone back to it multiple times, and still it's just, there's nothing pleasant about it. And oftentimes when I have a whiskey that I don't care for, I can genuinely say like, well, you know what, I can totally understand why somebody would like this. Right. But with that one, there are no redeeming factors to that whiskey, in my opinion. It's just
whoever likes
straight.
this is a person.
Yeah, you are nuts. Just give me the money and I'll punch you in the face. It'll be just as enjoyable as drinking this whiskey.
But that does suck when you have high hopes for something and then it turns out to be crap, and then you're just like,
it's a shame, but that's the nature of the beast, man. It's inevitable. I mean, with the amount of different whiskeys out there from different places, I mean, there's got to be some that just miss. Yeah. Absolutely miss. And I'm pretty generous. God, sorry, I probably had a cup of coffee. When it comes to the whiskey, I like it all, and I can find winning factors about all of them. And it's rare that I'm just avoid like the plague, and that's one of them.
But that's kind of what gave me, the idea. I'm like, I have to have an episode where I'm telling folks, because I mean, I think people eventually feel like, this guy likes everything. I can't eat anything he said. Seriously, he told me mellow corn is just as good as George T. Stagg is just. So I'm like, there are whiskeys that I don't like. I just but that might work. So. We'll see.
I mean, there are tons of YouTube videos out there about good shit. Make something about bad shit. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, so after some water on the nose, I got some more like black tea. Do you remember the spicy jelly beans? Not spicy as in like capsaicin spicy, but the fat jelly beans that your grandma used to have. Not like the Jelly Bellies, like the oldie, like the Ronald Reagan jelly beans.
The ones that I hated.
yeah, exactly. I'm getting the spicy jelly beans in there. A little bit of fruit roll up.
That's hot. Well, yeah, fruit roll up, that works. So it is bringing out the subdued sherry that I got initially on the nose. Like now it's there, like it's sitting there on the nose.
Like a fudge, like a sherry fudge.
Oh man,
it's nice.
I mean, I get like, I'm smelling like a Jello.
Ooh.
Any flavored Jello. I'm getting like that.
I smell jiggle.
You go in. That actually is where it should be.
Yeah?
Makes it better.
Not quite as punchy, and my tongue's, I can feel it.
Know what ABV I, watered it down to, but oh wow.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I do dig it as is. But I'm with you there. I think a couple of drops of water, and even the people at Glenfarclas on the tin and on the bottle, they're like, put water in it. We strongly suggest you put water in it, which is that's cool.
But it's you know, spicy,
Mm.
mouthfeel. I like it. It's there. Sweating a little bit, I think. So like,
Oh yeah. You're starting to glisten a little bit. Yeah, spicy meatball.
spicy.
But the finish is, I think, where if I had to like poke a hole into it, the finish is probably where I think it needs the most work. It's pretty brief. It doesn't do a whole lot. It's a bit dry. It's a bit bitter, and it kind of just falls off a cliff.
I agree.
Unfortunately.
I agree. And I think for me, I mean, you know about the long Kentucky hug and all that stuff that you get with bourbon. So it definitely does fall short there. But you know, you get a little bit on the back of the palate, like whatever that spicy note that, and I'm assuming it's from the way that they the pot still. It's this is a good one. This is a good. I don't think it's worth the 110 that I paid, or almost.
Especially, I mean, 110 for the liter bottle, maybe, but that's just a 700 or a 70 centiliter bottle. Man, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, as Dave Chappelle said, I plead the fifth.
I plead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For all I knew, that piss was digital.
Yeah. So for the 750, yeah, probably it would work. A liter, $110. Maybe that would be more of a bargain, or not a bargain, but worth the price. But would I recommend it? I do think if you like Glenfarclas, you would like the cask strength. Maybe a little bit of water, And hey, if you're watering it down, you can stretch the bottle a little bit.
Oh yeah, what do you get when you add water to whiskey? More whiskey. Yeah. I mean, man, putting what you paid for into consideration, that kind of paints this horse a different color for me. Like I wouldn't mind. I would be fine if friends came over and mixed that. It wouldn't piss me off at all.
Oh,
and
no.
Yeah, and for the price, for the proof, and for the size of the bottle, I called it the sore penis whiskey. You can't beat it. And
every bottle, I like sore penis.
Yeah,
would be the
sore penis whiskey. Can't beat it. So yeah, I will continue to pay what I paid for it. But if it gets up into the realm for what, even if it stays the liter bottle, if it gets up into the realm of what you're paying, I'm going to have to respectfully decline. I think that's a bit steep.
So you're able to find it pretty readily available?
Yeah, I think so. I like I mentioned to you before, I'm part of like a whiskey group,
right?
That gets deals, and so I can find, like, I got a couple of bottles of Blanton's now that I found for like $50.
Oh, yeah.
And so I couldn't say no to that. And there's also the just normal. Here, I'm checking it now. Forgive my rudeness.
Funny you say, like, oh, I found bottles of Blanton for $50. People that are watching it here.
Yeah, send it. Send it to me. Okay. You're gonna be pissed. All right, so I'm looking at the basic online, and this is just normal. These are normal prices, not any of your fancy whiskey group. So it's the liter bottle still, Glenfarclas 105 for 228 renminbi, which is $32.
Yeah. Well,
God damn it! Yeah.
That's called rubbing it.
Yeah, sorry, man. Because you asked me how much I pay for it, and I couldn't exactly remember. But I do have like this rule of thumb that I would usually sleep on it if it's over X amount, right. And if it's not, then I'm just like doink. I just gotta go for it. And that one was a doink. So I remember it was less than $60.
Well, I mean, if you put it into that perspective, you buy this twice, 3 times on Sunday for that price. If I had to say what would be the highest I would pay, because I wouldn't go back and buy this for 110, but I do think that $60-$70 range, folks wouldn't be upset.
Yeah, if I didn't get it for the price that I got it for, yeah, I'm going to answer that question that you just answered. That's good content. What would I pay for it? What would be the max that I'd pay for it? For the liter bottle, I would pay $70. Yeah, $70 to $80 tops. Yeah. But if it was the 70 centiliter bottle or the 700 mils or whatever it is, I don't know. I think like $55-$60 would probably be my max.
Have you had the 17? You haven't had the 17, you said.
I have not. No, I have not. I think the highest I've gone with the Glenfarclas is their 15-year-old, which that nose almost made love to me. Like I wanted to be locked in a room with it. Just the nose. It was so good. So good. Yeah.
The 17, if you ever come across, that for a decent price, I think that one is a good one as well.
It's a logical next step. Let's see if I can find it. 17号17年 there's 15, 17, 670 renminbi.
Ooh.
Let's see what's that. That's about $100.
That's getting up there.
Yeah. 96 bucks. I'd taste it first. I like to try it first before I throw down on that. Unless everything is getting just crazy reviews. Like the Vino Barrique, I wouldn't mind throwing down on that before even trying it. And certain other whiskeys like that as well. Like the Victoriana, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Just grab that. All right, well, the time has come.
It is. So, did we talk about the City Slickers? Like, have you seen the movie City Slickers?
Yeah.
Remember,
with Billy Crystal.
Ice cream pairing, and like the one guy was like, I can tell you an ice cream that you can pair with any food.
Barry can pick out the exact right flavor of ice cream to follow any meal. I
feel like it works with whiskey. Like, give me a whiskey. And give you a song.
Yeah, it's true. I don't remember that scene. Dude, it's probably been 20 years since I've watched City Slickers. I remember loving it. I remember digging it and thinking, yeah, you still got it. And was it Jack Palance? Is Jack Palance the old fella? Jack Palance? He's scary. Oh, well. Anyways, not important.
I'll let you go first, sir.
Okay. So I have chosen two. So if you watch any of my content, I do not often, I try to always pair whatever whiskey that I'm drinking with a song. And sometimes it's basically like the song equivalent of what the whiskey is, and sometimes I think they just go really, really well together. But I oftentimes, my wheelhouse is 80s and classic rock, so I kind of always tend to veer towards that. But this time I tried to find something more contemporary. But the first song I came to was that hit me really well with this one is not contemporary at all. But I did find one that is contemporary. So I'm going to go with my original one first, the one that just had me grooving, and it was Off the Wall. 1979, Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. Okay. And it was just fantastic. That bass line. If you don't just wiggle, you are a I don't want to be your friend ever.
One of the best albums in the history of music. Yeah,
and I guess you could just place it with the whole album, but it was the song specifically that really had me going, especially that bass line especially. And my second one is the more contemporary one. And honestly, man, I think we talked about this TV show the first time we had a collaboration. I heard it first at the closing credits of one of the Righteous Gemstones episodes. Okay. And it was Last Night the Devil Learned My Name by, was it Moonlight Matinee. It's kind of bluesy, rocky. I'm not sure when this song came out, but I think it is fairly modern.
I don't even know if I'm familiar with that, but I'm gonna have to.
Last night the devil learned my name. It's good. I'll put links to all of our songs down in the description so you can listen to them yourself. And yeah, it works. It works really well, I think, both of those. All right, man. I'm excited.
For me, like I said, I wrestled back and forth. I had two songs. I narrowed it down to one. I think I might actually no, I'm going to stay with it. So the reason why I chose this song is the Glenfarclas kind of drinks like it's a little younger than what it might even be. We said like 8 to 10 years, but I think because it seems like it's a little bit younger, I get that from the kind of sharp notes that we were saying. So like I'm listening, I'm scrolling through songs, and I came across George Clinton, Atomic Dog. And this where it's different. It's got that that kind of funk to it, and I'm like, I kind of get that, but it's boom, 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 boom. I
love that. Like the dog that chases his tail is gonna get dizzy.
I went that. The other song that I did bypass that came in second, I'll throw that out there as the runner-up, was Run DMC, Aerosmith, Walk This Way. Because I'm like, it's not quite the heavy, metal, but you do get a little bit of that and that sharpness to it. Like it's in the high ABV, so I'm always like, I have to get something. When the ABV gets high, I need like something nothing mellow. I can't have anything mellow. And then that's where
those are some great choices, man. I like that honorable mention as well. I remember that video. I don't know how old I was when that video came out, and it just blew me away. I was like, oh my gosh, worlds colliding.
Right. Well,
nice choices, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming on. It's so fun it's always good to hang out with you, dude.
Anytime. We'll do this again next month, right?
Yeah, I'm in. If you need any assistance or you want someone there to cheer you on during your shitty bottles episode, I'll be that guy.
I had to come up with so I guess George's dad had the metal pole instead of
the Festivus pole. Yeah.
I had to come up with that and something else instead of feats of strength, something to replace it.
Could you have your son just stand there, just wrap him up with it? Don't you move?
Whiskey Review channel. I don't know, having a 10-year-old on the
show. You know what? That's fair. It says that's a parent talking.
Folks are progressive days.
Yeah, it's just right on.
I don't know if you want to sign off. I can sign off. I let you sign off.
We can sign off together. But yeah, this is.
I really have drink.
What?
I said I don't really have a good sign off. Right? We used to use just drink, but
I don't really have a sign off either. I just kind of like thanks for coming by. I should probably think of something clever.
Oh, and I was gonna say, of course, please like, share, subscribe to both channels.
Yes, please. Yeah, I mean, obviously there will be a link to Hill's channel down in the description, so give them a sub. If you haven't on mine yet, please give me a sub, and that would be fantastic. I'll get this out as soon as possible. I got some time, so. Right on. All right, everybody, thanks for coming by, and Hill, thanks again for coming on, man, and we'll see you next month. Anytime. And well, yeah, take it easy, everyone. Bye-bye.